All right, let me know when.
Growth. I joined SHPE-UH in hopes of gaining any drop of knowledge that I could grasp onto as a freshman. I was scared and didn't know that I could achieve my dreams. But my parents, they exemplify the idea of a dream. My dad graduated college at the age of 30, and my mom went into university not knowing how to speak English. But guess what? They achieved their dreams and taught me that I can achieve mine. And in turn, I want members to know that they can achieve their dreams. As your new member rep, I had the immense pleasure of helping recruit over 500 members and having the largest Hispanic SHPE and first-generation community that we've ever had. Who would have thought that this Mexicana would be here on stage running for your president? If you would have asked my freshman self a year ago and told her what I'm doing now, achieving my dreams, she wouldn't believe you. But here I am now, running to be your president. As your new member rep, I worked really hard with the position, and as your president, I would have the immense pleasure to serve. My name is Abigail Lopez, and I'm running for your 2025-2026 SHPE-UH president. There's 4 things that I want to achieve this year as president. Number 1, here at UH, we have something for everyone. We have our project co-chairs that help put projects on your resume. We have our professional chair that help with your resume critiques and mock interviews. But upon building Samantha's legacy, I want to create a hackathon chair. Imagine learning skills throughout the semester, such as Python, C++, SolidWorks, and Onshape, and being able to show our corporate sponsors these dream skills at these hackathons. Imagine showcasing Dell, Micron, HP, and Microsoft these skills that you've earned through here at SHPE-UH. Number 2, I want to highlight on the immense growth of our SHPE chapter here at UH. As your new member rep, I had the immense pleasure of co-founding our SHPE chair and have seen the immense growth that it's had. I want to create a SHPE's at UH Instagram page, creating visibility for our chapter and letting our SHPE's be known. I also want to work towards the goal of hosting the SHPE conference right here at UH. Last year, I had the pleasure of being 1 in 4 girls to go to the conference, but this year, we had over 40 SHPE's go to this conference. I want the SHPE's at UH to know what it means to be in Region 5. I want them to know what it means to collaborate with other chapters. And my 3rd point, as your new member rep, I had the immense pleasure of working on recruitment and retainment. And as president, I want to work even harder on that. I want to have new member spotlights on our LinkedIn and newsletters. Imagine you got your first interview, your first internship, you're a SHPE or first gen. I want to celebrate you. I also want to help you. We already have our amazing National Convention Prep Week, but I want to help you at convention. Imagine working with SHPE Region 5 professional chapters to give you advice at convention. Trust me, freshman year, I left that convention crying. I was so scared. But this year, I was able to get help from these professionals with my resume critiques and my mock interviews, and I was able to get multiple offers this year because of it. I want you to get those internships. I want you to get those jobs. And so by having that help at convention, it can help relieve your anxiety for your mock interview the next day or for your elevator pitch. Lastly, I want to change the way we interact with alumni, new members, and returning members. I want to have a SHPE week, the 2nd week of school and the week of banquet. I want to highlight on our first general meeting and our banquet. I also want to have a workshop for new members, teaching them about the culture and familia that we have here at SHPE-UH and show them the culture that we have. I also want to work with alumni. It's been hard to engage our alumni, and I understand that, but this year we can be different. Imagine seeing someone at a dream company that's an alumni at a networking social or at a social mixer or at a sports scrimmage. I want you to know that your dreams are closer to reality than you think. These alumni that are at your dream jobs were once in these seats, wondering when are they going to get their next big break. And so I want you to interact with these alumni. My goals are simple. I want to instill confidence in you and make you committed to creating a better future for yourself. So please, let me help your dreams become a reality here at SHPE-UH. Please vote me, Abigail Lopez, for your president.
Hi, Abby. I'm so happy that you're running for presidency. So as president, you're gonna work with a lot of people. The whole point of president is to represent the chapter and have a safe and amazing workplace. What happens if there's an e-board who wants to quit? How would you lead them not to quit?
Of course. So first of all, we've seen the immense amount of people that want to run to be on our executive board. We understand that this is a volunteer position, and that because SHPE-UH has given us opportunity, we want to be in this position of volunteer. And so if you're thinking about quitting for e-board, let's address the problem. Are you having issues at home? Are you having issues at school? Is it your workload being on the executive board? Well, as president, it's your job to delegate, and it's your job to learn what people's needs are. Whether that be delegating different tasks, helping that one e-board achieve their goals and help them in school, help them achieve their dreams. And so we need to have a talk and contribute and see what the problem is and how we can help you. Thank you.
Abby, it makes me super happy to see you running for president as a fellow SHPE-UH. You mentioned SHPE-UH, you recruited so many members, so it's going to be a big chapter for next year and for the years to come. It's also potentially going to be a bigger executive board team. It's also potentially going to be a bigger chairs team with more positions getting added. So with this many people that you're got to lead as the president, what is your plan to keep the e-board and chairs working effectively as a team and avoid burnout?
Of course. So here at SHPE-UH, we always have events Monday through Thursday. You know, it can be crazy going to all these events, saying hi to your parents, being able to do all of your schoolwork. I understand that. And so we're gonna have a larger executive board, we're gonna have a larger membership, and so we need to have these C&E meetings where we can talk about what we need, but I also wanna help the e-board to chair communication. As e-board, if you're unaware, e-board have chairs under them, and they're there to support them. And so this year, I had SHPE project chair and social chair under me, and I made an effort. I was always there with them. I asked, do y'all need help with your committees? Do you need help with your events? Our e-board are there to help our chairs, and we need to understand that that's a grave responsibility to have all of these events. We need to have our e-board helping all of our chairs. And so we need to have checkups. We need to say, hey, how's it going? How's school going? Oh, it's midterm season. Maybe let's not have an event this day. Maybe let's cut back on the amount of events that you have a semester. And so we need to have chairs like give feedback to our executive board, but us as e-board also need to evaluate what our chairs are doing and how we can best help them and avoid burnout. Thank you.
Hey Abby, dang, I already forgot my question. Oh, sorry, my apologies. So, your love and passion for the organization is definitely evident. And as somebody who's been here for me, especially in the same route that you've taken as membership chair and then jumping to president, I understand the leap that it would take. Unfortunately, you're also running against two other people. So if for some reason the results don't go your way, how would you continue to contribute to the growth of the organization?
Of course. So if I were not to win, is that what you're asking, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. I would still contribute to this amazing organization. As a freshman, as a sophomore, in immense 2 years, this organization has given me so much. I love being in leadership positions, and I love helping people. I love talking to members and seeing that they got their first interview, seeing that they were able to achieve their dreams. And so if I were not in the position, I would still contribute as much as I can, whether that be joining a committee, being a mentor, which I am now, and also contributing gravely to SHPE-UH. I know that there's new things in our chapter that need help and assistance, and everything at this chapter is amazing, top down, but there's always things that we can improve on. And so I understand that as a member, there's not much that you can do, but contributing as a committee member, contributing as a mentor still helps these events happen, and being a mentor still helps mentees achieve their dreams. And so if I were to not be in this position, I would still be very grateful for the opportunity to be here, but also for the opportunity to serve as a mentor and to be in a committee.
Thank you.
Abby, so as president, you always have to be very empathetic and very responsive whenever it comes to your members, your chairs, and your e-board. But you also have to represent SHPE in and out of school. How would you bring members into SHPE?
So I actually have a lot of experience with that as new member rep. And so whether it be through my classes, I actually helped recruit like someone at another university because of how much I talk about SHPE with my family and friends. And so there's so many ways that you can spread the word of SHPE. It doesn't have to be just this chapter. By posting on your social medias, by talking about it, talking about how it changed your life, understanding that these opportunities that you're getting, whether it be scholarships or internships, are coming from SHPE, it should be a responsibility for you to provide more members to provide more opportunities for that. And so by bringing in new members, they can get those opportunities. They can have their life change in an instant with an interview, with an internship, with anything, with the connection of a familia. And so what I would do to recruit members is just be word of mouth, do what I can like on social media, but also just be as you say, like Shepfluencer. You know, Shep has given me so much, and regardless of what happens, I cannot wait to spread the word of Shep.